Hi, I'm Stephen Pelletier.
I'm Chris Allen.
I'm Tim Magoon.
And you're watching
Rock and Roll Garage.
4-speed, 5-speed, 6 feet on the floor, smashing down the pedal and I'm screaming for more. Big rock, small rock, fuel injected ride. This is how we do it, this is how we get high. 1, 2, 3, 4, give us some more and roll. This is rock and roll garage. Cars and guitars.
Recording?
We're live. Action!
Good evening,
Take
ladies
one.
and gentlemen. Welcome to the Rock and Roll Garage.
Welcome.
So we're going to talk a little bit about Steve's guitar, I guess, tonight.
Right, we decided when we were doing this show that we're going to have interviews on like vintage guitars and stuff. So, and we're also going to do other instruments too. You know, drums and
Clarinet.
basses and clarinets. Yeah, maybe some
Saxophone.
saxophone. Actually, Steve plays sax.
Does he?
Yeah, he's got a. I think it's an
Plays
alto
sax in high
sax. I thought it'd be kind of cool to do something, you know, with some sax in it, but you know.
I also thought it was
Yeah, it's a
baritone
little
sax
sax,
in the Academy Jazz Band.
Anyways, this is a guitar that I play. This is a 1972 Les Paul Deluxe, and it's been hot rodded up a little bit, just like everything else that I freaking work on. I got to play with it. Anyways, most of the people who used to take these guitars, because they came with a soap bar pickup, that was about half the size of these. They call them a soap bar because they were really small. But the problem was, they didn't sound that great, you know, for people that wanted more bite. And this guitar has actually had probably, I would say, at least 3 or 4 different types of pickups in it.
Really? Trial and error.
Yeah, I started out with DiMarzio's, which were in it when I got it, and then we ended up putting Seymour Duncans in it, and EMG were the last electronic ones I put in it. But then I went to these are 1958 reissue pickups, and the old original 58 pickups, they things squeal like hell all the time. So they made these reissues and they freaking wrapped the wires on them, you know, differently or whatever. So, but the guy originally that bought it brand new, who I know the guy, traded it in because he didn't like the G string kept going out of tune all the time. So
Too many jokes must
Yeah.
resist.
So I put these Spurt Zells on the back. They actually lock it down. It's almost like the lock-it nut, but on the tuner itself rather than the lock-it nut. And they seem to work okay, but the G still goes out of tune once in a while. It's probably just because we play the hell out of that G string, and it can't take the abuse. That's what it boils down to. But
What's the color?
so actually, wine they call it.
And that was a factory issue color?
Absolutely, yeah. They still make them with this color. And I got 4 of these guitars, which we'll probably see a couple of the other ones later on. And the other guitars actually have, one's got a set of EMGs in it. The other one has a DiMarzio in one end and the original soap bar in the other one. So you guys will see what the soap bar looks like because they left that one in. Most people used to take these Deluxes because they were built like a Les Paul standard, but they were like the Epiphone is today.
Yeah.
They were the cheaper line, but they use the same wood and everything. This has got mahogany in the back and maple in the front. I believe, if I'm not, lying about that, but
Why would you do that?
I wouldn't lie.
Nice inlays on that.
But you can see I played the hell out of it. It's been played. 1972. It's when they made real guitars. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right
they still
on.
make them today, but this is back when
Not
you could
like
afford
that,
to buy
right.
them.
Yeah, right.
It just sounds great.
Yeah, it does.
So anyway, that's the first of our interview on the Les Paul Deluxe, 1972. So
At the
stay tuned for the next guitar, interview.
Man, something's up with this carburetor. Oh, I know what it is. The linkage is all loose on it. Something screwed up on this carburetor. Friggin'
Carburetor?
Yeah, look at the linkages all wore out on it. I mean, it's all original, motor.
Should be looking at your guitar.
1965.
You can't play that thing with dirty hands.
Yeah, I know. Well, trying to figure out what's up with this thing, but yeah.
No clue then, huh?
Yeah, well, I had put power steering on it because it was manual steering before.
Oh, hey, this Tim.
Gentlemen,
Tim.
What's going on?
how's rock and roll garage?
Oh, it's all right.
Well, there's a lot of garage and not much rock and roll right now. What's the
Yeah,
problem?
right. Well, the carburetor's been running kind of weird on it, and the freaking linkage is all like wore right out in it. So we're gonna have to try to do something about that.
Was that 350?
No, it's a 283. That's original 283, and the thing is it's all original. The thing's only got 110,000 miles on it, and I'm sure that carburetor's never had any work done to it. So
That's a one-barrel
it's probably-
carburetor?
No, it's a two-barrel.
That is a two?
That's the original two-barrel. The actual original two-barrel was a smaller top part on it. Like in early 70s, they changed them to a bigger two-barrel. The throat on them were much bigger. Probably at least a third bigger than that one there. So, so this was like the first generation. But anyway. Yeah, all right. Well,
Are you boys ready to rock and roll or what?
Rock and roll.
absolutely, rock and
All
roll
right.
at the Rock and Roll Garage. So this is my 1965 Chevelle SS convertible, and this car I bought, it was pretty much all original. I think it may have been painted once, and the people who owned it bought it from the original owner who owned it from 1965, and they owned it for about 15 years before I bought it from them. But anyways, they had a new top put on it, and they had the seats reupholstered. But it's pretty much bone stock original. It's got the 283 two-barrel in it, which is a pretty decent little motor for the year of it. They actually had 327s and 283s in this car, And the only thing I changed on the car since I bought it is I put these 69 SS Chevelle wheels in it. But, you know, for that, it's pretty much my grocery getter. I don't mind getting it dirty. I beat the hell out of it, you know, and it's got a Muncie 4-speed, which really made it kind of a rare car. They didn't put a ton of them in the convertibles. It was a low production number. I'm not sure what the number is, but anyway, pretty nice looking car. So, I mean, I really like the front of it. Plus, you know, I pretty much like all Chevelles, so. But it needs a little bit of body work, but you know, we take it to go fishing and doing stuff like that with it, so it's not really, you know, a pristine car. It's a daily driver. And the seats have been reupholstered a little bit, you know, and they're really comfy. You can't get a better ride in this car than the seats. You know, it's pretty much a float boat, but hey, she goes right along anyway. So anyway, we'll get back to the show. I forgot everything now. All right, that's it. Take 4 or 5. We'd like to thank everybody for watching the show so far. We've had a great time filming this show, and this is only our second episode, but we're hoping to have a lot more fun along the way and show you some cool guitars and cool cars.
So if you're interested in having a hot rod or classic car restored, visit our Facebook page, Rock and Roll Garage.
That's right, cars and guitars. And if you want to stop by, we've got a whole bunch of different hot rods that aren't restored yet. If there's something you're interested in, you know, we can do it for you. If you're looking for something in particular, we can find them for you. I know all kinds of people with cars everywhere, so if you've got something you really want, you know, and you can have it featured on the show as we're restoring it. This episode doesn't really show as much restoration, but in the next coming shows you're going to see a few cars that we're actually restoring. So anyways, thanks again for watching the show. Rock and Roll Garage.
Cars and guitars.